Yeah, Marcy. I know. It goes quick, doesn't it? What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Sunday. I guess better Sunday than Monday, right, Marcy? But dude, yeah, it's like seems like it takes forever to get to the weekend, and the weekend just gone in an instant, man. You know? Yeah. Yeah, that's the play, right? Takes forever, and then it just is absolutely gone in an instant, man. How are you, Marcy? Good morning. Good morning. It's good to see you, my friend. Everybody else as well that's hanging already and I haven't seen yet. Good morning, my friends. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. We got another great day ahead of us with November 19th edition of Video Gaming News, which is about to kick off in just a moment. And then we will work our way into, I think this is day 16 of, Jesus, Baldur's Gate 3. Man, day 16. Woo-wee. Man, time flies when you're having fun. You know what I'm saying? This game is a banger. It's got its same kind of quirks that most CRPGs deal with, but dude, it's a good time. It's a fun time. It's always a good time playing games with Pinky too, but the game itself is very, very fun. It's got some issues. We did science explicitly what is causing me issues on my game that is basically I have to clear my cache out every single day of the game files. And there were some different things I had tried. Since I had crashes on the game, it is the cache log of the game that I have to clear out every day or it will crash on me. And it takes my PC with it, which is gross. Oh, yeah, Marcy. Yeah, you're a little bit behind me, huh? You got that West Coast time zone going on. Yeah, I've been there too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're living in the past, you know? That's what I kind of refer to everybody like I mean, to be fair, like most of our friendos here, oh, for real? Yeah, Marcy. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll talk about it in a second. Maybe we can help you out with it. We've had a lot of community members that like live in Australia, you know, and it's like, oh, well, you guys are living in the future, you know, and it's like basically all of our European friendos are kind of living in the present, and then all of us over here in like the U.S. and like the Americas and stuff, you know, we're living in the past, you know. Oh man. So yeah, I had some huge issues with this game, and I didn't do it on purpose, but I actually I scienced it yesterday. That's why the stream went down yesterday. Unintentionally scienced and found out specifically what it has fixed the issue for me. So I'm not the only one either. I didn't know how many people were actually having issues with this game on PC. And that's one of the things I've kind of been calling Larian out for. They've developed a great game here, but there are a lot of people on PC that are having issues. Way more than I knew initially until I started having issues and looked into it. There are a lot of people having issues with this game. And it takes some weird troubleshooting to kind of figure it out what will work for you specifically. Don't get me wrong, and I say this all the time. PC game development is a tough thing. It's much different than console. Console tends to be very static hardware-wise. So development for video games on PC is a much different thing because we all have PCs running a different, you know, plethora, differing configuration of hardware. And it's hard to accompany for that fact while you're developing games, right? But there are a lot of studios that are very good at it. And there are some that are decent. There are some that are very bad at it. And I think, you know, Larian still has a little ways to go on getting this game to work seamlessly for all of the people that want to play this game, whether it be on PC or on console as well. There's still issues on console also. So while playing the game is really nice, the content's very good. I say this all the time. If a player can't play the game because the performance is bad, they can't experience the content. So performance has to have a huge, you know, focus on making sure that the game is performing flawlessly so people can enjoy the content. And this is what I found out. So the second day we started playing this game, I started having crashes, consistently crashes. And not only crashing the software, but whenever the game would crash, it would take major drivers from my PC down with it. But the big one would be like, it would crash my graphics driver as well. So I would lose my monitors. I couldn't see anything. I would have to do a hard reset of my, you know, I'd have to reset my entire PC, bring the entire stream back up, you know, stuff like that. And it was like, dude, why is this happening? So I did a little bit of research, and the things that I found that have helped people were going into the file settings, or not the file settings, going into the actual file explorer, finding the executable files for the game itself and the launcher, by the way, and going into the properties of those files and setting them to run as an administrator every single time you run the game. So doing those things. The other thing is going into and finding, do I have that? Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. And this I can just link this so people can find it. I should have bookmarked this probably. Could be this. Could be this. Try this one. It'll tell you where to go, like how to kind of get started on I don't think that's the right one. No, give me the other one. I'll grab it for you guys. Hold on. Let me grab it out of my history real quick. So basically what I found that I'll grab this and I'll link it for you guys. But what I found that fixes everything for me is you have to actually go into the game files itself every time you're about to play the game fresh. And you have to basically clear the cache of the game out. Now you could set up like a script to do it for you or something like that, but it's not hard to just go in there and grab it. And I just keep forgetting every day after I play because I think about it every day when I start the stream up and then I'm busy doing the stream stuff. You know what I mean? But you just go in there, you grab the files that are in this cache file location of the game, you delete them, and I haven't had any issues since. Till yesterday when I forgot to delete them out and we started playing the game and I had a crash almost right away. And it took my entire PC down. So just a second, I'll find this for you, okay? Clear cache. Right. This will tell you, if I can find this again, though, this will tell you where to. Yes. Yes. Right here. Okay. I think I found it. So check this out. Yep. Right here. Check it. So I'll link this for you. Now, you're going to have to scroll down a little bit to get this. But this is what fixed it for me. So I found this, basically it's like Steam forums, right? They're talking about the game, and there are a lot of other people that have had issues, yeah? And this is where I found this fix at. I had to do a little bit of searching and research and try to find somebody that had found ways to fix the similar issues I was having. This is where I found it. So down here, this individual actually was talking about how they were deleting their cache, and the cache file is located in this area. Now, what you're going to have to do is, if you're not familiar with like going into like your file system, your file explorer, you're going to have to show hidden files. Do you know what I'm talking about? If you just do a Google search of how to show hidden files in File Explorer, it'll be very easy. It'll show you how to do it, but you're going to need to do that. So it's basically just a view setting that's by normally it's by off by default, but because it hides a lot of stuff. Yeah, okay. So it'll hide a lot of stuff that you don't normally need to be dealing with on a base user level, but this local app data, it'll be in the like your user files, okay? So like that's where this is normally going to be located. So you'll go into like your user file. It'll be local app data, Larian Studios, Baldur's Gate 3, the level cache, and that's where you're going to go grab those files within every time you play and delete those. Start the game up fresh, and I haven't had a crash since I started doing this. The other thing that I would say to go ahead and do, just in case this helps, is to go find the executable files for the game. You'll need to do it for the executable file for the game itself and the launcher, though, because I started having issues where there was a desync. I only did it for the executable of the game first, and then the launcher kept crashing on me. It wouldn't start the game. So you need to set the game as run as administrator and the launcher as run as administrator as well. And once I did those two things, I haven't really had any issues since. But go down, find, like I said, I'll zoom out a little bit. You'll see how far down this is. I'll link this specific link right here. And if you go down to this right here and follow this, you should be able to try this out and see if it works for you as well. It worked for me. So try this out, see if it helps, and hopefully that'll do the trick for you, okay? I'll probably need to post this like in the Discord. I'll try to like bookmark this. I usually try to do that for the games I play. That way if anybody else is having issues, you know. Yeah, absolutely. I try to do that for the games I play because quite often, you know, a lot of people that hang out will have similar issues, or there'll be ways where I find like for instance, like I'm playing, we're in the middle of a playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, and I was having a ton of crashes, so I went and found a bunch of like a nice guide for running mods that just help the game be more stable. So I kept I bookmarked that link. So normally if anybody has any issues with a game, and just reach out and I'll let you know if I've had the same thing. And if I have, I might have a little bit of a guide for you, okay? Marcy, I'm interested though. Let me know if that helps you at all, okay? And if you have any issues, because that guide is kind of it's not real detailed, you know? It's not real detailed on how to get all that stuff done. Because what you can do, you can actually go to those executable files. You can right click them. You can go to compatibility settings in the advanced options. You can go to compatibility settings, and you can set those files to specifically run anytime you start the game as an administrator. And that's what you need to do. And it doesn't explicitly say that. So if you need a little bit of help, maybe reach out or just research how to do that. It's not hard. It's just not real detailed explaining to people how to get that done, right? Or it's not real detailed explaining exactly how to get to that file location. So just let me know if you need any help, okay? There's a lot of other people in the Discord as well that are very, very good tech-wise, and they will know exactly how to help you get that done also. Everybody needs to know that. Like, our Discord is so good because we have so many good tech people, tech-savvy people around, that even if they haven't taken those specific steps themselves for whatever issue you're dealing with. If you need a little bit of help or whatever, you can just reach out in our Discord and say, yo, can somebody like try to help me out with what I'm trying to do here, kind of point me in the right direction or whatever. There's usually somebody around, whether it be myself or like Ferret's really good, dude. Pinky's really good. There's a lot of people that are usually around in the Discord that are really good about helping out with tech stuff, man. So just everybody needs to know that if you're having an issue with anything, don't hesitate to reach out, because people are always around and willing to help. Okay. Oh my glob. Yo. Thanks, friendo. Awesome.
Marcy_party cheer Dex 100.
That's awesome, dude. Thank you. Check that noise out. Yeah. Let's get that in there. Thanks, Marcy. I appreciate it. Much appreciated, friendo. Yeah. We're all about helping each other out here, man. Yeah. So, just let me know what you need. And I'm really interested to find out whether this helps you or not, because it's helped me. I was not expecting it to help much, and I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to enjoy the game, you know, because of the crashes. And I was so happy that it helped. So happy. So I really hope it helps you too. And thank you very much for the cheers. Much appreciated. Okay, well, let's go ahead and dive in here to video gaming news, since we've already got the scene up. All right. Let's do this, dude. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday, man. And we'll see what we got here for video gaming news before we dive in and start playing some BG3 today. Cool. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's not a big deal. No, I mean, I think that, you know, as long as you're willing to try, that's all that matters. You know, I've always been a tech guy. Even since I was a kid, dude, I would take computers apart, build computers. Like, I've always been in it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, no worries. And I appreciate that very much. But, you know, that's what this place is supposed to be about. It always has been. It's been about us, like, in any form or fashion where anybody can be lifted up, helped out. You know what I mean? That's what this has always supposed to have been about. So, you know, it's all good, man. You know, and I think that's what's great about what we do have here in our community is, for me, whenever I started doing this a couple years ago, well, 2.5 years ago now, before I even went live one time, it was always about like having a foundation of trying to attract the right kind of people. It wasn't about trying to attract necessarily mass quantities of people initially. It was about trying to attract the right kind of people that were going to be welcoming and caring, you know what I mean, taking care of one another and stuff. And I feel like if we do it that way, it's going to be done the right way. And that is, in my opinion, more important. Building an actual community of people that have a connection and take care of one another and things like that. So, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So, you know, if I can help anybody at all in any form or fashion, I'm going to do it. That's the way, like everybody else that hangs out here is, you know what I mean? And so the thing about the whole, like, being tech savvy and stuff, it's, I think that all anybody could ever do is be willing to try and learn. Not everybody, it's like with anything else in life. Some people are really good at math and they just get it. You know what I mean? But as long as people are willing to try, you know, that's all you could really ask. Tech is kind of the same way in a lot of different capacities too, in a lot of different areas. Some people get it fairly easy. Some people have a rough time with it. But tech is very ingrained in our world nowadays, you know, and I think that all you can really ask is that people try, you know what I mean? Try to learn a little bit here and there, try to do their part, and because, I mean, it's almost inevitable that you're going to have to learn some, you know what I mean? But as long as you're willing to, you know, just not be like, oh, well, I just can't do it. You know, it's like you're gonna get yourself in some bad spots probably if you're not willing to at least try a little bit. But we have a ton of people here that are like all about helping out, trying to. And even with me, I mean, you'll see it all the time. Ferret is all, you know, he's very like-minded like I am. Like we've got one of those like troubleshooting heads when it comes to like tech stuff. So anything happens with like the stream or a game or whatever, Ferret's like, we got to figure this out, you know? You'll see it. But there are a ton of people around that can help out if you don't, if that's not explicit enough to get you what you need. You know, and I say this all the time, the Google machine is a great source of wealth for information on how to get things done. So just because you don't naturally know how, if you've got at least a little bit of information, you can keep building off of that just by like Googling a little bit of stuff and get more explicit directions and stuff. But there's plenty of people here to help, man. And everybody's more than willing, so thank you again for the cheers. That's incredible. Thank you very much. Let's do this, man. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe falls out of the... Oh, for the first time. Dude, this game's been out for 10 years, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah. Dude, same here. Same here. I'll give you a perfect example. I've owned a couple of houses now. I don't own one now, and I didn't own them in conjunction or anything. You know, I'm not like a super wealthy person or anything, but I've had a couple of houses at this point, and it was I'm not like, you know, somebody that's really dealt with that kind of stuff before, owning a house, maintaining a house, doing any kind of, you know, I'm a pretty handy individual, you know, but I just didn't ever have any experience doing any of that kind of work, you know, whether it be landscaping or actual, like, you know, working on any part of a house as far as like fixtures or, you know, the plumbing or anything like that. And the houses that I kind of bought into houses because I was going to be living in places for a certain amount of time. It was a good time to buy, and we bought in for houses that I knew I could invest a little bit in, and it would be a good investment for when it was time for us to leave and stuff and sell. They would probably be worth, you know, so it was like an investment opportunity almost, I saw it as, you know. But I knew it would take some investment, time-wise and money-wise and effort. But dude, I went into these like kind of projects not knowing much, and YouTube and Google, man, just looking at like the correct way to do things, man, was insanely beneficial for just taking care of stuff that I didn't normally know how to do, you know. And I know how to do a lot of stuff now on, like, whether it be landscaping around a house or actually, you know, maintaining and fixing things in a house, whether it be fixtures or plumbing or you name it, man. It's insane. It's I mean, you just got to be willing to research and educate yourself is really what it comes down to, you know. We're jamming out this morning, man. We're jamming. I don't really see anything here. Let's go look at this. Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2 and Borderlands 4 potentially leaked. Yo, by the way, the developer behind these games is owned by Embracer, right? So Gearbox is the developer behind these games, behind Borderlands series. They're owned by Embracer, and Embracer is actually shopping them around right now. Embracer is shopping, like, basically like testing the waters to see what they might be able to get out of this studio. So that's going to be interesting to take a look at. Walking Dead fans are horrified by the state of the new video game? Oh no. We talked about the Atari 2600 Plus quite a bit. It's really dope, dude. It's very cool. If you didn't know, I'll just touch on it real quick. Atari has brought back their 2600 console. Modern. And it's not an emulator. It's literally a recreation of the original Atari console. It's just a bit modernized. With like input-output ports and stuff for like USB to plug in the joystick controllers, HDMI DisplayPort stuff for modern display devices and everything. Pinky, you're wild, bro. What's up, dude? Yeah, dude, spam the crap out of it, you know. But the thing that's dope about this is it is not an emulator like the other retro consoles we've seen come out, which have been like the Retro NES, the Retro Genesis, or something like that, where you can't use cartridges on them, right? It's just basically a bunch of ROMs that have been loaded up onto the system itself that you can select from and play. It's legit a recreated console. You can take all the old Atari cartridges and plug them in there and play those bad boys. It's actually sick. And it comes with a 10-in-1 cartridge. It comes with a cartridge that has 10 of the original games in one cartridge. But it's really cool, man. I think this is really, really neat. Really neat. What up, Pinky? Bro, I can't wait to get started on the rest of this place we're in right now today. I'm really excited, bro. What's this? League of Legends new champion has 10 abilities. We'll take a look real quick. Murdoch's our resident League of Legends aficionado, and we'll see if he has any, if he's hanging out yet. We'll see if he has any input on this new character or whatever. Look, I've been calling this for a while. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, mid-fight on the boat. Oh, in Underdark? Nice, dude, nice. All right, dude, good luck. So Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, right? This game, if you're not aware, this game was originally a Wii U game. So this game is roughly quickly approaching a decade-year-old game, right? If you didn't know that. And it still sells for $60 a pop on the regular. I mean, it's an incredibly, incredibly lucrative game for Nintendo. Came out on the Wii U. It got ported over to the Switch whenever the Switch came out. There are a few negligible differences really in the games themselves on the different platforms, but it's continued to just sell like hotcakes, man. But here's the deal. This game is a decade old, right? And we know we've got Nintendo hardware coming out next year. That's basically a given. Yeah, a new Nintendo console will be coming out next year. And I truly think that along with that, we're going to get a new Mario Kart game. Because if you look at what's happening, all the Mario Kart products software-wise are basically ceasing development. All the ones that are already out there and available to play, whether it be the mobile title or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the expansion pack stuff is basically done now, right? It's all ramping down. So my kind of thought process here is that it makes sense that Nintendo is probably going to be bringing us a new Mario Kart game with the new hardware. If not on release for the hardware, it'll be sometime very, very, very close to it. Hold me to it. I could be wrong, but that's going to be my assumption. So we'll see in probably roughly 9 to 10 months. Latest free games on Game Pass. We'll take a look if anybody's not up to date with that. Wonder Woman is not a live service game, Warner Brothers confirms. All right. Man, we've hit a lot of sales here recently. We'll see if we've hit on this one yet. PlayStation Store Black Friday sale includes $2 AAA PS4 and PS5 games. We might have already touched on this, but I'll take a quick look. Steam Next Fest winner Enshrouded announces early access date. Let's take a look at that. While I'm thinking about it right now, let me go ahead and just promote some free software, okay? Look, man, if you haven't already gone and grabbed your free copy of Half-Life, if you didn't already own it, okay, this game is free right now. And yes, it's a game that came out in 1998, but it is a game that is overwhelmingly positive reviewed of almost 100,000 people at this point, okay? So just because it's a little bit older doesn't mean it's not something that you should be grabbing for free, and in your, maybe lull time of not having something current and new to play, you shouldn't be going and taking a look at this. It's free. It's because of their 25th anniversary update. They're giving it away right now. There's no reason to not grab this. This is a 96 rated game on Metacritic, okay? So I'm going to share this. Go grab it. Davey, what's up, friendo? How you doing, man? How's your weekend, brother? Half-Life is free. There's no reason not to grab free products, especially ones that are this good. So not only is this free, but you can get the Half-Life Complete Bundle for $5.93. Or if you just wanted to go grab like Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 is 99 cents. Look, it's on sale right now as well. This is a game that came out in 2004. It's also a very notable game. 97% positive, reviewed of over 137,000 people. It is a 96 Metacritic reviewed game as well. And it is $1 flippin'. So at the very least, you should be grabbing Half-Life 1 for free, okay? But a pretty good deal to get Half-Life 2 for $1 as well, okay? Now, the other things we have to talk about free. Don't forget, on Epic, I'm going to just keep promoting this right now. I'm going to take a little bit of extra time and just say that right now, on Epic, and until the 23rd, you can get Earthlock and Surviving the Aftermath for free. Then, on the 23rd through the 30th, you'll be able to get Deliver Us Mars. This is the normal kind of mechanic for what Epic does for its platform account holders. Every week, they give away 1 to 2 free games. Quite often, they're notable to absolute banger games, okay? They give away very notable games quite often. And about a month from now, they are going to be doing about a week and a half to a 2-week giveaway where they give away a game every single day. But you have to log in every single day to get that game that's given away for 24 hours. Because it'll only be given away for 24 hours only. But there will be significant games given away. Like last year, man, what all did they give away last year? There were a lot of good titles. One of the most notable was like Death Stranding, I think. But there were a lot of other ones that were given away. And But this 2-week period that's going to hit about a month from now, it's not you can log in anytime during that 2-week period and get all the games. You have to log in every day to get each game they give away for that 24-hour period. But even if you're not a PC gamer, I cannot stress enough that at some point in the future, you might decide that PC gaming is something you want to try out. And if you'll just take the time to make an account right now and start diving in here and grabbing these free games, you're going to have a massive library stacked up of really good games to start playing whenever you do potentially decide to start playing on the PC platform, right? And that's just a no-brainer. This is one of the great things about the PC platform over console is that you'll get a lot of free software. Now, I'm not talking about free-to-play games. I'm talking about games that normally cost money. There's a difference. You don't get that very often on console. And PC is very generous with this right now. And people should be taking advantage of this. So even if you're not a PC gamer, it literally takes a couple of 3 to 5 minutes maybe of time to create an account on Epic's platform. You can go to their website. You can use their application. Doesn't matter. Create an account. It's free. Then every week you log in, you get free games. And then next month, you log in for a 2-week period. You'll log in every single day and you'll get a selection of amazing games to put in your library as well. And it's just all free. Doesn't cost anything. It's literally just a no-brainer. Everybody should be doing this. I already have somewhere between 250 and 300 games on this platform. And a lot of very, very, very good games. And I've paid for maybe 3 of them. So I can't stress to people enough how I personally feel that this is just something people should be taking advantage of. But that's all I can do. Give you that advice. Take it or leave it, man. Yeah, we've seen this. Xbox Black Friday sale includes a major AAA game for just 99 cents. We'll see what this one is. We might have already hit on that as well, but we'll see. We already talked about this as well, possibly. We'll see. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 drops the best price yet for Black Friday. Trying to get everybody these deals, man. It's upon us, dude. It's coming very quick. Luigi's Mansion 3 gets a rare discount for Black Friday. All right. Breath of the Wild gets steep discount. Wait, we're going to have all the deals, baby. We just call this OA's Dills channel, dude. Mario Strikers Battle League 50% off. Good night, dude. Why didn't they just throw all these in the same flipping article together? Tropical Free. They're all GameSpot, dude. Because they wanted clickbait, I guess. Alright. The more articles we push out, where every single article puts a different sell for a Switch game, that's the more traffic we get, right? Gross. But we'll touch on them real quick. All the Black Friday video game deals at Best Buy. I know not everybody that's part of our community has access to Best Buy, but we'll take a quick peek at this for the people that do. I cannot believe, dude, that they're already trying to talk about like Starfield 2 right now. Dude, it's gonna be a long flipping time before you see a game like Starfield 2. I'm sorry. It just will be. They're not even thinking about this right now, dude, at Bethesda, really. Guarantee it. Interesting. Steam's now telling players to play with a controller for certain games. That's wild. Also, on the free-to-play game side of things, if you're a Prime subscriber, if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you have access to Prime Gaming as well. And right now, there are a number of free games you can get for a limited time. One of them is very notable in the original Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars game. That is one of the best RPGs ever made. That is a consensus review among, like, that's something that most gamers, traditional gaming enthusiasts, will agree on. It is a phenomenal. It's not just the best Star Wars game ever made. That's what many gaming Star Wars fans will say, is that it's the greatest Star Wars game of all time. It is also one of the greatest RPGs ever made. And you can get it for free on Amazon Prime Gaming right now. That, as well as the new Telltale game of Invincible Adam Eve. This game right here, it just released. What am I doing? Oh, I missed my end. The Invincible presents Adam Eve. This one right here, it's just like a little visual novel thing. It's like regularly like a $10 game or whatever. It's on sale on Steam for $8 right now. But if you have Prime Gaming, for a limited amount of time right now, you can get this game for free. So those are some other games that you can get for free. You obviously pay for a subscription to Prime, but as a perk of Prime, you get Prime Gaming. Therefore, you can get this game for free, as well as Knights of the Old Republic. Okay, so don't forget that.
Sure.
We'll go one more page. We'll dive in here. It looks like we have a ton of articles up, but really a lot of it's just like sell stuff that'll be real quick. Jesus Christ. Dude. Starbreeze still doesn't have Payday 3's first update out. Let me just, if you're not aware, I've talked about it enough, dude. I'm over it. Flipping Payday 3. That's so disappointing, dude. I was really close to playing this on release too. There's your YouTube video. Take a look if you're interested. This is balls. Payday 2 is phenomenal. So flipping good. You can go take a look at the ratings of the game. Payday 2. Go look at the Steam reviews. The game is beloved. I played a ton of it. I loved it. The game was great, dude. Then they make Payday 3 and they absolutely botched it. Didn't listen to what the community loved about. They literally didn't need to do much but make the game more modern. Keep all the great things that people loved about Payday 2. Make the game a bit more modern. Visually, gameplay wise, you know what I mean? Keep the core of what Payday 2 was there. They totally destroyed it. And they still haven't even gotten their first update out for this game. Starbreeze is done, dude. This studio is done. They're crap. They're trash. Trash. Oh, gross. Gross. You guys see this? Switch Black Friday sale includes 3 great EA games for $4. I'll bring it up anyways. You guys know I don't like EA, but you know. If I can get you a deal on a game that you want to play, gaming's about having fun, and I'll get you what I can, man. Hod towered. All right, let's go, dude. Let's dive in here. These will be our articles for the day, okay? Let's go, let's go. Here are all the best Black Friday video game deals at Best Buy. Let's just skim this real quick. So the Black Friday sale will be the 17th through the 25th. So that started like 2 days ago. Cyber Monday deal will be the 26th through the 27th. Extended store hours they have. You can look at that. They didn't give anything specific other than the fact that, like, you can click here and go to their site. You can look at exactly what they have for on sale. A bunch of AAA video games are on sale. Meaning that even recently released PS5, Xbox, Nintendo games like SF6, Final Fantasy 16, RE4, God of War Ragnarok are at some of the lowest prices you'll probably see or have seen so far. This is to be expected at this time of the year. And some are even discounted by up to 50% off. Understand this. You're not going to get Street Fighter 6 at 50% off. The game's too recent. Okay? You're probably not even going to get something like Final Fantasy 16 at 50% off. Or RE4. God of War Ragnarok has been out long enough now that it might be close to like 25 to 30% off. But you just need to go take a look. You know what I mean? But if you're in a region that has Best Buy, it is a good time to keep your eye open for deals and stuff like that. Again, here's what I'll promote first and foremost. Using a site that can give you a comprehensive look at the best place to get a deal on whatever product you're looking for is the best thing you can do during this time of the year. Because it keeps you from having to spend time going to every retailer site and look at where the deals are, the best deals for what you want. There are sites out there that will basically tell you what you can search for what you're looking for, and then it'll tell you where the best price for that product is, or where the best price for that product is going to be coming up during the sales that are about to pop off too. So do a little bit of research on that front instead of going to each specific retailer's like online location, like their websites, because it can save you some time, you know. Just know that. Steam is now telling players to play with a controller for certain games. Steam will now inform gamers about certain games on the client that require an external controller to get the best gameplay experience. I'm just going to hit the highlights here, but Valve's latest update to the Steam client includes a message informing players that a controller is recommended for the best gameplay experience in certain games. Despite the preference for mouse and keyboard, some gamers still prefer using controllers for certain titles on Steam. I'll touch on this. The message has been well received by gamers, particularly new ones, and Steam's extensive controller support allows for compatibility with various controller types. That's cool. I'm actually cool with this. I like for a game to tell you if it is developed, you know, in a way that makes it maybe a better experience to use with one peripheral over another. I am a player that normally is going to opt for mouse and keyboard. I don't play very many games with a controller. I just don't. There are occasions where certain games feel better with a controller. I absolutely agree. But a lot of games for me personally are going to feel better with keyboard and mouse. There are games that normally are developed with specific peripherals in mind. And that's why I think that sometimes I will switch to like a controller, because the controller just feels more intuitive than a keyboard and mouse does. Sometimes I'll use a controller because I want to chill out while I play a game. I want to just like sit back and just chill. I don't want to be like, up here all over my. Every once in a while, it just feels nice to just relax and chill back, and, So that's why I'll do it sometimes. But I am more comfortable with keyboard and mouse. I like keyboard and mouse. I always have been. But I've always played on controllers too. Everybody has their preference, right? And that's okay. That's okay. But it is, I think, appropriate that people understand that certain games are developed with a particular peripheral in mind. Therefore, it is more intuitive sometimes to play certain games with, like, I'll tell you this. Elden Ring, when it released, was absolutely made for controller. I still played it with keyboard and mouse. And I think it gave me more of a handicap, but I did it anyways. I probably should have played it with a controller, but it is what it is. It happens. So, but this is cool. I like that they're like going to be showing people what the recommended peripheral would be, but that doesn't mean you have to play it like that if you don't want to, right? Walking Dead fans are horrified by the state of the new video game. I love this close-up right here. This is so good. Look at this. Look at this flipping close-up. That's so good, dude. All right. The Walking Dead Destinies should have stayed dead and buried, and players couldn't agree more. A few months ago, reported that a new video game adaptation of the hit zombie survival series, The Walking Dead, would be gracing our gaming platforms, called The Walking Dead Destinies. Previous games like legendary Telltale adaptations focused more on in-world choices and storytelling, whereas the new game allows you... I didn't even turn off the music, dude. I'm sorry, guys. Here, I'm flipping ding-dong. What a ding-dong, dude. Here, my bad. There we go. That way I'm not trying to talk over that. Previous games like the legendary Telltale adaptations focused more on in-world choices and storytelling, whereas the new game allows you to change the events of the first 3 seasons of the TV show. That's right, The Walking Dead Multiverse is real. Arguably the best example is you can change the outcome of Rick and Shane's standoff in Season 2, with the player deciding who will be the protagonist from then on. Sounds great, right? Wrong. The game is embarrassingly bad, and no wonder, considering it's made by the same developer, responsible for Skull Island Rise of Kong. No way. Oh, no. It joins the likes of another broken mess that was released this year, Gollum. Oh, God. Safe to say fans can't quite hide their disappointment, especially since The Walking Dead Destinies is being sold for a premium price, despite its lack of quality or cohesiveness. Out of everything wrong with the game, fans are pointing to its cutscenes as the worst part, with one player making a Reddit post saying, "I can't believe this is a real cutscene." What followed was the game's version of the time Rick finds out his beloved wife Lori hasn't made it, beautifully told through a PowerPoint cutscene, turning what should be an emotional moment into a comedic farce. Players who'd played the game or watched other people play it honestly couldn't believe their eyes. One said, "Cutscene? That was a slideshow." Another pointed out, "All the cutscenes are like this." Lamau. They made no effort to animate anything. Finally, one joked, "Oh my god, I laughed for a solid minute. Game of the year material right here." You almost have to feel sorry for the developers, as tight deadlines and limited budget turned what could have been a great Walking Dead concept into a laughing stock. God dang, dude. Wild. The gaming world we live in, dude. Insane. Gotta love it. Here we go. I wonder if Murdoch's here. Murdoch, you hanging out, dude? I don't see Murdoch yet. I'll have to hold on to this, shoot it to him or something. League of Legends new champion has 10 abilities. League's new painter champion has a complicated kit with tons of utility. League's new champion, Why, is one for the game's history books. The painter champion has been teased over time in past champion roadmaps. None of these teases embedded within those champion previews could have prepared players for why it looks like on paper. The new league champion has 10 different abilities to his name with 9 different basic skills, capped off by an ultimate that looks relatively tame compared to the rest of his kit. He'll be on the PBE soon for testing. That's the public beta stuff, right? And he'll be added to the game's live servers as part of the final scheduled update of the season so that he can join players in the preseason mayhem. The abilities are housed with different spell books that contain 3 spells each. Pressing Q opens his Disaster spellbook, W opens Serenity, and E opens Torment. Once a book is opened, it converts the QW and E abilities to one of 3 options fitting that spellbook's theme. So to use abilities, Y would have to press QQ, QE, WW, EQ, and so on to use one of those 9 abilities. Pressing R when a spellbook is opened closes it and returns his HUD to a neutral state. So to use his ultimate, Spiraling Despair, you have to make sure no spellbooks are open. God dang, dude. Transforming champions and the arsenal of weapons Aphelios uses are the closest we've come to anything like this in the league. There's still been nothing really like this before. If it sounds like a lot, it's because it is. But the cheat sheet below, as well as a breakdown of what different abilities do, should help league players get started. It shows all of the flipping ability. I'm not reading all these, dude. God dang. During a preview of Y's kit, Riot framed him as a mid-lane artillery mage, so players can think of him as something like a Zareth with many more abilities to choose from. Cooldowns are on a per spellbook basis, so if he uses QQ, he'll have to wait a while to use QW or QE. Will instead have to choose from one of his other spellbooks instead of the Q cooldown is completed. Until the Q cooldown is completed, yeah. If it wasn't clear from the overview of his abilities, the Disaster spellbook is all about damage, Serenity is utility, and Torment is crowd control. Be available for testing soon on the PBE. Ahead of his release in patch 13.24. Yeah. Interesting. Dude, that is pretty complicated. It's going to take players that want to focus and, like, use this character a lot of muscle memory and knowledge in memorizing what combinations are what skills. You're going to have to know what button combinations are what skills. And that's a lot. That's a lot to know for a very fast-paced kind of game and stuff, you know. It's kind of wild. Let me see if I can post this in here for Murdoch. He probably already knows, but oh man, my nose is kind of jacked this morning. Sorry, guys. Boom, rejected. Get rejected. Close that out. We're not looking at it then. Get wrecked, Yahoo. Wonder Woman is not a live service, Warner Brothers confirms. For a company that is very, very adamant about focusing heavily on live service games moving forward, which Warner Brothers is always scary about monetization anyways. This is going to be pretty scary for us as gamers and, you know, especially a lot of people that really enjoy a lot of the IPs that they own, the characters they own, and stuff like that. It's going to be concerning moving forward. But maybe for Wonder Woman fans, those not too much to worry about right here. Anyways, recently a rumor was kicked off online based on a comment dug up on a job listing, and that rumor stated that in the in-development Wonder Woman title will be a that rumor stated that the in-development Wonder Woman title will be a live service game. That means it'll be one of those games that is updated periodically with new seasons, content drops, microtransactions, rotating bundles, and so on. It was a cause for concern for gamers the world over, particularly those with an interest in assuming control of Wonder Woman in her own game, which is being pieced together by Monolith, who you may remember from the likes of Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, and Shadow of War. However, Warner Brothers recently took to the airwaves to state that Wonder Woman is not live service, not even close. It's a single-player game. This is the quote from WB. Wonder Woman is a single-player action-adventure game set in a dynamic open world. This third-person experience will allow players to become Diana of Themyscira? Dude, I butchered that. I'm so sorry. Introduce an original story set in the DC universe while also featuring the Nemesis system. Wonder Woman is not being designed as a live service game. Reassuring to read that it's a single-player title, though. The resurfacing of the Nemesis system that made the Middle-earth game so much fun to play is also massively exciting. Yeah. I'm not even a fan of Wonder Woman, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the adversarial system has evolved after all these years. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. That was a really cool part of the Middle-earth games and everything. So we'll see how it works in the Wonder Woman universe as well. It's pretty neat. Cool, man. Sorry for butchering the names. Can't even speak my native tongue. You know what I'm saying? What do you expect? PlayStation Store Black Friday sale includes $2 AAA PS4 and PS5 games. Have we already hit on these? Okay. So there are PS4 and PS5 games for under $5. We were talking about Star Wars Squadrons for $2, Red Faction for just over $2, Red Faction 2 as well. Need for Speed Payback, $2.74. Among Us, $3. Lego Harry Potter Collection, $3. Last Campfire, $3. Quake, $3.24. Virginia, $3.50. Batman Arkham Knight, $4. Brothers Tale of Two Sons, very cool game, $4. Hob, $4. Arizona Sunshine, $4. Homefront The Revolution, $4. Quake 2, Rayman Legends, Star Wars Battlefront Ultimate Edition, Torchlight 2, all $4. A Way Out, $4.50. I'm not reading all of these. There's a lot of good sales here. Dude, this is massive. I need to send this to Michaela, probably. I think Michaela was the one that was asking. Dude, this goes all the way down through like even very, very recent games. You can see Lies of P, Lords of the Fallen, Mortal Kombat 1. Like this is actually a pretty solid look at a lot of different games you can get for on the PlayStation Store for sale. So there's that. There's hold up. I think that might be it. I need to send this to somebody real quick. Yo, Vault, I see you. I see you. Vault, what are you doing, brother? You probably don't want to discuss that basketball game last night. I think that's probably why you're not talking to me. Sorry, a little bit of a troll. I'll hold on to this. I'll send it after the news. PS Plus makes one of the last year's most popular games free to download. Some PS Plus subscribers can now play one of 2022's most popular games for free. Hell's from developer Tuxedo Labs. Mystery Game is Teardown. Yeah, we knew this was coming. Yep, we knew this was coming. Yeah, okay. If you need more out of this, we'd already talked about this, so I'll link it, but there you go. Black Friday sale includes major AAA game for just 99 cents. Have we talked about this one? Kind of the same stuff, dude. Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Yeah, this is some of the same stuff we had just talked about, dude. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 drops the best price yet for Black Friday. Epic RPG is just one of many great Nintendo Switch game deals up for grab for Black Friday. We got a bunch of these in a row here we're going to look at, okay? So, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is on sale for only $40, all right? You can see it at Amazon or Best Buy right here. Both of them have it on sale, apparently. Oh, they are showing all these other games as well. So we probably don't need to hit... Like, there's Luigi's Mansion 3 for $40. Yep. So we can get rid of all of these other Mario Strikers, Donkey Kong, all of that. They show them right here. So Donkey Kong, Tropical Freeze 30. Everybody 1-2 Switch 20. Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes 15. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe 30. Breath of the Wild 40. Luigi's Mansion 3 40. Mario Strikers Battle League 30. Minecraft Legends Deluxe 30. Mario Odyssey 40. Mario Party Joy-Con Bundle 100. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 40. And then even more under that, okay? Tropical Freeze 30. This is Best Buy. These are Amazon deals. These are Best Buy deals. They've even got like peripheral deals for controllers, things like that. So take a look. Take a look. They do. It was looking like they were doing each one of these deals on a separate article, but they are just promoting different deals on, and they list them all underneath. So that's good. Switch Black Friday sale includes 3 great EA games. I just want people to be able to enjoy games, dude. I'm not a fan of EA, but for $4 each, what are we talking about here? 3 very solid and enjoyable experiences, and stills at $3.99 a pop. 2018's Faye, 2018's Unravel 2, and 2021's Lost in Random. All of these games apparently right now, you can look at the trailers. This is supposed to be a cool game. So is this. I don't know as much about Faye, but maybe not bad little titles, especially for the Switch, okay? Take a look at this. Steam Next Fest winner Enshrouded announces early access date. Enshrouded, a survival action role-playing game that won scores of fans in Steam Next Fest, has announced when it will enter early access. The game is set in the fictional fantasy land of Emberville, which is being slowly yet surely poisoned by the rise of the Shroud. Inside the cloud of corruption, life is twisted into terrifying imitation of what it was before. As a Flameborn, the player awakens and must survive in this mesmeric yet treacherous world, offering near limitless sandbox and building potential. They will build bases that attract artisans, who then let them forge powerful swords, shields, staves, and bows. However, developer Keen Games hoped that the inspirations from The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Minecraft would conjure a more welcoming image of its survival game for curious players, and it appears to have worked. Take a look at this. That's right.
A dangerous fog corrupts the land. You are Flameborn.
Oh yeah.
The last ember of hope to push back the Shroud.
Random mode. Get him in there.
Like all heroic Flameborn, you will use your deadly sword skills to slay your enemies. That is not a sword. Okay, that's not a sword either. Oh, come on. You can't just punch everything. Well, however you decide to fight, Flameborn confront danger head on. Wait, why are you sneaking around? I said head on. Okay, fine. Do it your way. But undoubtedly, all Flameborn are masters of building epic castles to show it. Oh, where's the castle? You're meant to be building an epic castle, not a hole in the ground. Although, that is nice. Okay, so you can build whatever you like. Where was I? Yes, Flameborn are explorers who glide over land and sea. Okay, then Flameborn are explorers who grapple over land and sea. Ah, now you're gliding. I see. Okay, you're just doing whatever you want. Where are you going? No, not into the Shroud. No way. You're not ready for this, boss. He'll squash you. But what's going on here? There's more of you now? Oh, so you're teaming up. I see. You're all against me. Fine. Play however you want. It's your game.
Base building? Early access. God dang it. On January 24th. Shadow was the most played game in Steam Next Fest, managed to secure the title of the most wishlisted title, and saw enormous daily active player counts through the event. Game also has a community that has been cultivated in and since Steam Next Fest. And Shrouded supports up to 16 players exploring and surviving simultaneously. Therefore, that lets individuals pick how they want to play while still progressing. What up, Vault? What's up, dude? Happy Sunday, buddy. Whether it's designing the interiors of the base or besting bosses in the depths of the Shroud, the focus is now delivering a high-quality early access version of the role-playing game to carry the monumental success of the demo. Early access January 24th. Here, I'll pull it up. Get you the link to the actual Steam page of it, man. It's already on my wish list, but maybe you should add it to yours. You know what I'm saying? We saw this before, but it's been a while since we looked at it. So, this looks like this could be a cool little multiplayer game. Cappy, what's up, my friend? Yo, random mode, Cappy, get it. Happy Sunday, friendo. What's going on? Oh, there you go. That's right. You get that peepo fat, dude. You literally got me in an emote right there. Especially, dude. Oh, bro, Thanksgiving's coming. I'm going to be peepo fat. You know what I'm saying? I love that. That peepo fat, dog. God dang, that's so good. I love it. There's your link to the Enshrouded game, though. Yeah, hold on. Give me this. That's fine. We're good. Yeah, that's cool. 1 second. Let's do this. Let's do this. Everybody welcome that little addition there. So that's the Enshrouded stuff. This is about the last thing I have, man. I knew the news was gonna be quick today after everything that we found. So yeah. So this is about the last thing I really have. It was kind of bleak today. It was just a bunch of cell stuff mostly. But this is about the most notable thing I found, which was like Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 and Borderlands 4 potentially leaked. I think this is probably intentional. And I'll tell you why. I think this is probably an intentional leak because Embracer is shopping Gearbox right now, if you didn't know that. So Embracer owns Gearbox Games. Gearbox makes the Borderlands IP. And would it be crazy to think that this wasn't an accidental leak if they're trying to shop around this developer and see what people will pay for it and then be like, oh, well, look what we've got, you know? Oh, oops. Uh-oh. Look what we're working on, you know? In 2022, Tiny Tina's Wonderland was released to a relatively positive reception, bringing about one of the best spin-offs in recent gaming and giving Borderlands fans an entirely new and hilarious campaign to play through. Set in a fictional fantasy-themed universe. In 2019, Borderlands 3, the last major release in the series, debuted again to a very welcome reception. Recently, a reference made on a LinkedIn profile has surfaced revealing that both Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2 and Borderlands 4 are in development. It was a while ago that Randy Pitchford, the former CEO of Gearbox, suggested that Borderlands 4 was in development. This recent reference is another arrow in the quiver of that concept, along with other associated leaks. You get 2 on the profile of a senior technical and production director who worked briefly for Gearbox Software on contract. It's revealed that he supervised employees working on a few titles, amongst which were Borderlands 4 Unreal Engine 4 and Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2 Unreal Engine 4. Worth stressing, this was this individual, Randall R., worked in this position for around 3 months, spanning May of last year to July of last year. Hard to gauge anything from that reference, such as to what extent these games were developed, but it certainly makes sense that at least Borderlands 4 is close to an announcement, given that it has been more than 4 years since the last major title in the series was released. The old quote about Borderlands 4 from Randy Pitchford was, we're definitely working on some amazing stuff that I hope will surprise and delight you. If anyone out there has skills to pay bills and wants to get in on some Borderlands action, we're working on the big one. Yeah, as with all leaks that are unofficial, grain of salt here, we'll see what happens. I'm going to be honest. I would love to see a better organization take Gearbox out from underneath Embracer. God, I hate Embracer. Embracer's scary, dude. I'm not a fan of Embracer. So, we'll see what happens here. I mean, I don't think it's crazy to think that, we'll get something new from... When did Tiny Tina's Wonderland release? It wasn't that long ago. Year and a half ago, maybe? Year ago? March of 2022, year and a half ago. Yeah. So it's not like they haven't released anything recent. Excuse me. You know what I mean? But this isn't like mainline Borderlands either, and that's kind of what that article is getting at. So we'll see what happens, dude. Yeah, absolutely, Cappy. Yeah. That's the jam-a-lam, dude. That's the jam. So we're gonna go play games. Yeah. So I hope everybody's having a great flipping weekend. Happy Sunday. Thanks for being here and being a part of what we do all the time. If anybody's hanging out that's not familiar with what we're about, man, normally we run live 6 days a week. We start at roughly 6 a.m. CST, CDT. What's up, buddy? And it's PSA. Next week's going to be weird because here in the U.S. we got the Thanksgiving holiday coming up, and so I'm taking a little bit of time off. The next Wednesday through Sunday the stream will be down. That's a rarity. Doesn't happen very often, but I am taking some time to spend with family. So the normal schedule is going to be interrupted for some holiday stuff. The end of December will be the same way for some time with family for the Christmas holiday as well. But just know that normally we are doing live streams 6 days a week, roughly 8 to 9 hour days. We start at roughly 6 a.m. CST, CDT. We always begin with video gaming news, trying to stay current on what's happening in the industry that we love so much. And then we move on to play games like we're about to do right now. So if anybody is checking this out now or maybe later on as a VOD, you can go check out all of our previous video gaming news segments, the playthroughs that we've done together, funny clips and highlights. All that content is on Twitch and the YouTube channel. And if you're enjoying it, come hang out with us, man. We got a lot of amazing people that are part of what we do. And we're always looking for more cool people to help continue to build this amazing community of, cultivating a welcoming, inclusive, safe spot for people to enjoy the world of video games and just have fun together, man. So, I don't know. Come be a part of it. Yeah. Other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy flipping Sunday. Thanks for the amazing news segment. I'm going to run us our outro. I'm not going anywhere. Stream's not going down. Just going to get this outro taken care of, and as soon as it's over, we're going to be starting the gameplay for Baldur's Gate 3 with our buddy Pinky. All right?